All right, so it's gonna be the peanut butter creeper. Oh my gosh, I gotta get these. They have a very own little Halloween Horror Nights exhibit. We finally have the original house shirt. This thing is awesome.
John Murdy actually always gave us a ton of reference.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It is time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2024 update. This is a big one. We have new merchandise that just dropped. I'm gonna be showing you guys one of the rarest pieces of Halloween Horror Nights kind of history. Inside the box is the original prototype of the Ghostface mask. Construction updates, Easter eggs. There's so much in there today. So guys, on that note, it's time to talk about the HHN shirt of the day. It's gonna be 2015. We have the horror alum right here. Now, a little backstory behind this. We have Chucky. I believe the rumor is the original design was Bloody Mary was on there. They sold a couple of those shirts and then they put in Chucky. That's like the rumor behind the shirt design. But then we have the wonderful hat, right? We have Jack right there. And then on the back it says 25 and then Halloween Horror Nights on the side. So on that note, let's roll the commercial.
Looks like I win again. Why not? Did you miss me?
Okay, welcome back. We are now like
5 days
away from opening night for Halloween Horror Nights. Back to the Universal Studios store we go here at City Wall. Time to see the new HHN 33 merch. Every day there's new stuff. $33, we finally have the original house shirt. This thing is awesome. Gives me major, you know, Bloody Mary vibes with the broken mirror. So it's gonna represent kind of all the original houses, right? So we're gonna have for Monstros, the Goblin's Feast right there. This is gonna be for Slaughter Cinema, because remember there's like those cyborgs who are using human body parts. And then we have Major Sweets down there. And then Triplets of Terror. And then the museum. So I'm guessing, is that the Rotting Stone monster guy? This is a really cool design. I really enjoy this. And then on the back, it's gonna say Shattered Screams, Halloween Horror Nights 2024. We also have a new Insidious long sleeve, have an acid wash shirt. We saw this design on the toiletry bag, so I think this is the back. Oh, the front. Oh, I don't like the front. Oh, that's bad. Oh, okay. You're looking at $40 for the long sleeve shirt. Now, if this was like up here and it was like kind of like a Spirit Jersey design, you put that right there, then there's nothing, and then you have that on the back, I feel like it would work, or just put this on the front. But that just looks very odd right there in the center of the long sleeve shirt. We got some more Major Sweets merch. We have a little keychain. For $15, we have the Artisan Series keychain, and then for $12, there's gonna be the Artisan Series as a pin. $80 for the Ghostbusters Halloween Horror Nights Spirit Jersey. So we had that design of Slimer right there. So we have the design right here. What's gonna be on the back? Okay, on the back it says Ghostbusters. Then you're gonna have a black and green stripe right there. This is pretty cool. You're looking at $80 for this new Spirit Jersey. Cannot wait to see these all lit up. Okay, so big HHN news. As you know, SFX magazine has been releasing these responses with a little interview they had with the Universal Creative and everything about HHN. So this was today's little question and response. Okay, so SFX magazine tweeted this out today. Halloween Horror Nights returns in just 5 days. But what about life for all those stories and characters outside the parks? How are things looking for an expansion of HHN into television, films, or other mediums? Universal says, We would love it. We would love that more than anything. It's an ongoing talk with our Peacock partners and such, and the streaming site, we really have an opportunity there. We've had some really cool talks with our NBC partners for a giant special event on the scale of a 4th of July NBC televised event. So there are talks. I think there's a future there for something like that, but we'll have to see. Last year, I was hearing that they were trying to work with Blumhouse to create like a feature film, I believe, to go on Peacock. So their response is correct with what I heard last year. So. Now this Mel's merch is selling quick. They're selling out a lot of the sizes, but this is new. We now have a coaster. It's Mel's annual pass holder and $12 for that. All right, let's pop into the Tribute Store Plaza. I don't remember this merchandise. It's an ET backpack. It's got a little Ellie and ET on the zipper. ET phone home. $65. This feels like an old school 80s backpack. You got ET on the side. Then it says Universal Studios right there. And then on the other side, you're gonna have the potted plant. $25. This is new. It's like a little wallet. On the other side, it says phone home with ET. For $20, they have like, it's like a camera strap or bag strap with the little designs of ET all over it. And then for $12, it says phone home. You can put your keys on it, or you can put this on the back of your backpack. Okay, so it's time to talk about Ghostface and the Scream franchise and HHN. Now, a couple of you guys have been messaging me asking why we haven't gotten a Scream house. There's a whole drama and backstory behind it. So, you know, Ghostface has popped up at a couple houses over time, and the last time we technically saw Ghostface was in 2011 for the Terror Tram. He like took over Halloween Hornets Hollywood out there.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Hi, I'm John Murdy, creative director of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood, and tonight we are on the Universal backlot to film Stab 8. Because this year on the Terror Tram, we are doing Terror Tram Scream for Your Life. Now, Universal is letting the Universal Studio Tour drive through the set of Stab 8. And of course, bad things happen.
Rolling. Action. Action!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And cut.
The great thing about the Scream franchise is it has a movie within a movie inside of it, and of course that's Stab. Now if you saw Scream 4, they went up to Stab 7, and where are we right now? We're on a movie studio. So for the Terror Tram, when we let our guests off and they get to walk through the real backlot, we thought that was the perfect place to locate Stab 8 and Stabathon for our guests.
Hi, this is Cindy Gale from HNN, the Horror News Network, and we're coming to you live from Stabathon on the Universal backlot. In fact, we're standing just a few feet away from the highly anticipated sequel, Stab 8.
So, in Scream 4, there's a fan festival called Stabathon. So of course we thought it would be great to have Stabathon hosted on the Universal backlot. So for Terror Tram, that experience means you get to get off the tram and walk through the actual sets where some of the most famous horror movies were filmed. But somebody crashes the party, and who's that? Ghostface, of course. So when you come off the tram, you're immediately assaulted by Ghostface, and all throughout the Terror Tram, Ghostface is lurking, and he's waiting for you.
I hear you like horror movies.
But then for HHN Orlando, he was supposed to actually happen during 2015. The commercial that you guys saw in the beginning, Ghostface was actually in it. They actually filmed the commercial with Ghostface and everything. But there's a whole crazy backstory. Attractions Magazine did do an article about it. Okay, the article says this. Based on multiple sources, Universal's Art and Design licensed the first Scream movie to be constructed as a maze inside Sprung Tent Number 1. It was rumored to be among one of the first mazes completed. The house would have taken guests through the iconic first film and included the infamous kitchen scene, the garage door sequence, through Woodborough's high school, and ultimately to the climax of the film. The closest comparison I can draw is Halloween Horror Nights 2024's maze based on John Carpenter's Halloween. The haunted house was presented to Dimension Films for approval, which led to concerns. The Weinsteins, executive producers of the MTV series with Viacom, were said to disagree with the vision of the maze and wanted it to align with the new take of the franchise. According to a source, Dimension requested that Universal retrofit the MTV series into the maze for the sake of brand congruity, which included replacing the iconic Ghostface mask with the new MTV mask. Despite sharing the same name and similar premise, The two are desperate things. Universal Art and Design were left with a dilemma. A back and forth was rumored to have happened with the hope of a compromise, which did not pan out. This left Universal Orlando in a precarious position. What were they to do with a maze that was based on a property they no longer had a license to use? It ended up being the Purge. Something goes wrong, you can always count on the Purge to become a scare zone or a house. So yeah, we were supposed to have Ghostface. It got purgified, right? But apparently things went sour. It did not go well behind the scenes. The next little bit is we're gonna be showing you guys the prop that I got, right? So I have a prototype mask of Ghostface from Halloween Horror Nights. But first, let's pop in here. Now inside the horror makeup show, they do have a little wonderful HHN exhibit that most people just pass by and don't even realize it's in here. So if you come in here in the main lobby, over here, they have a very own little Halloween Horror Nights exhibit. So they have Jack, and then they have the caretaker right there. So let's read what this little sign says over here. For over 30 years, in the months leading up to Halloween, Universal Studios has transformed their daytime park into Halloween Horror Nights. Jack the Clown has been a staple and fan favorite of the annual event since the year 2000. His appearances usually coincide with anniversary years as he serves as an iconic master of ceremonies. He's appeared in 3 different forms in shows, streets, and haunted houses, and all have felt his maniacal influence for decades. His following is strong, and some of his followers refer to themselves as Jack's maniacs. We have Jack over here, right? And then he was trapped inside the box, right? You can see him clawing at the top of the box. You know, he's popping out. And then over here on this sign, it says each Halloween Horror Nights starts with an overall theme and master of ceremonies. Displayed here are just a few of the terrifying characters you will encounter. There's just so many great little, exhibits within the lobby. So if you've never popped in here, highly suggest stopping by and seeing everything. Okay, so Universal just revealed new little spooky offerings for annual pass holders. Okay, so there's gonna be ghoulish giveaways starting on October 1st through November 3rd. Show your devotion to the horror with a free pass holder exclusive magnet. Pickup is located in Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios Florida while supplies last. And then wear the scare, be among the first to access the tribute store and get your claws on exclusive Halloween Horror Nights pass holder merchandise Wednesday, August 28th from 11 a.m. till park close. They're gonna have exclusive pass holder hats, tees, car coasters, apron, mug, sign, magnet, and also pin. Okay, there's also going to be discounts on treats and exclusive pass holder menu items. Sink your teeth into these new menu items created for pass holders. So there's going to be a chocolate peanut butter creeper at Universal Studios Florida at Central Park Crepes. Then there's also going to be the Black Serpent Pasta at Islands of Adventure Confisco Grill. Then there's also going to be a Witch's Potion Tea at all the Starbuckses. And one you can actually get right now at the crepe stand right here. So here at Central Park Crepes is going to be that peanut butter crepe. Now the one nice thing about the Central Park Crepes is they make them fresh to order. I do like how the crepes are shaped because you can put it right inside the umbrella hole. So your crepe can just chill out. All right, so it's gonna be the peanut butter creeper. Peanut butter filling with a black crepe shell with Reese's Pieces, peanut brittle, and a peanut butter cup. This thing just smells like pure peanut butter goodness. We're probably definitely hitting 1,000 calories in this thing. It's good, first couple bites, but it's just like overwhelming. I enjoyed the beginning bites with like the Reese's cup and the brittle in there, but then we just get down to just the filling, can't get through it. I'm gonna do a 7 out of 10. I think it's fine. I think if you're a crepe fan, you're gonna enjoy this. I think for all the truss work, they like cut holes so that the wind doesn't, take it down like a giant kite, because the truss work fell the other day. So I think they've just, cut little holes in all the truss work so it, breathes better. And I think it's a different material. Maybe I'm just thinking too much, but it seems like a more translucent material. The clouds are not looking good up there. I think it's about to storm. Okay, now back to the Ghostface mask story and where this goes. I bought this mask from a collector, right? It's said to be a prototype mask of Ghostface from 2011. Now the thing when it comes to IPs, all IP stuff is supposed to be destroyed. There's an interesting history with other masks from that year from HHN Hollywood. So there were like 250 glow-in-the-dark masks that were sold in the gift shop, and then 250 masks that were then used for scare actors and everything. There's like a whole subculture within the horror community who just collect different Ghostface Ghostface masks. So like those masks go for like $500 to $1,000 each, because the ones that were for the characters weren't supposed to ever make it out. They're like extremely rare. So the mask that I got predates those two expensive masks. So this mask just came with a story of, oh, it was from this studio. It was a prototype for HHN 2011. Now a story is great and all, but it doesn't mean it's real or authentic. You need a COA, right? A certificate of authenticity. But the guy did not have one. So I kind of risked it. I got the mask and I knew what the company who made it was. At Midsummer, I tracked down the company and the guy who made the mask to try to get a COA, and I found the guy.
Larry Bones, the owner of Boneyard Effects.
So what's the backstory behind Ghostface, I guess, for 2011 at HHN Hollywood?
Well, in that particular year, they wanted to do Scream, so they called upon us to create the mask, which we did. We sat down in our studio, and I had one of my top sculptors create that mask. They loved it, and we moved forward with it, and then they decided, well, we need 4 times as many. And we're going, okay, well, we're only a couple of weeks away from actually opening, so we have to figure out something else to do, because unless you want them very late in the game. So that's when they decided to buy these pre-made ones. So we end up with a mix of the two of them, and they're just to cover what they really needed. But we actually sculpted the original full Horror Nights.
The mask is real. It's a prototype for HHN 2011 in HHN Hollywood. We will be showing it to you guys in a little bit, but let's continue with the loop and the updates first. And then nothing new with Boris's office. The idol is still glowing right there. Oh God, I felt a raindrop. Okay, let's try to do this update double time. So, Chris Gardner, one of the Universal Studios artists, who designs a lot of the merch, revealed some of the behind-the-scenes sketch work. Universal, where are my studio screamers at? It looks like RIP tour guides are training over there. Pop into Sahara Traders. You can actually see the neon because it's getting dark out. Oh, there's thunder. And just like that, the sky has opened up. All right, now there's no new entry for today, but I did notice this little detail. So we have the crate right here. It's open. We have all the plants coming out, as you know, something corresponding with Batilda and her attacks, and then the idol, and then all the plants. So on this, it says, keep dry. And obviously, I don't think they kept it dry, because now it looks like the plants are growing from within there. Oh, what does this little note say right here? Oh, it's a new little note. Okay, here we go. Okay, so at the top of the note, it says, attention, all museum staff. Due to continued negligence and misuse, the forklift is off limits. For large crate movement, please utilize the team lift option only. If the crate cannot be moved in this fashion, please unpack the box and carry each piece to its final destination. I have a feeling this is what caused everything to go wrong. Yeah, because you can see the plants growing up just from the little box. So I wonder what's in there. I want the next journal entry, Universal, but the plants are just overtaking all of this. It's looking pretty bad. Now in the arcade over here at the claw machine, you can win some Beetlejuice plushes. So you get Lydia and Beetlejuice. It's weird that this little Beetlejuice down here has no mouth, but this one does. And then over here, oh, who remembers Curious George? They got the Curious George little plushies over here to represent the old little kid zone. Well, then over here, you can win Jaws plushes. Those are cool. Over here are some Shrek plushes. Here, look at that bizarre looking little Pinocchio. And if you come over here, they have all the Universal monsters. You can win his little plushies. Okay, we're still waiting. It's been about like over 30 minutes. I finally found some of the Ghostbusters merchandise I was looking for. So let's go show that off, and then we'll cut back to me struggling to get back to the car. We're now at Walmart now. Apparently they got some Ghostbusters merch I was hearing about, so let's see if they got it. They finally got them. They have the Ghostbusters. Oh my gosh, I gotta get these. The Rice Krispie treats. They got them. Okay, so here's a look at the Kellogg's Rice Krispie Treats Ghostbusters Sprinkles box. You're gonna have this wonderful artwork of Slimer tearing apart the Rice Krispie treat. Then on the other side, they had the little mini puffs causing chaos. Now the two wrappers is gonna be one of the mini puffs, and then the next one is gonna be of Slimer. And then this is how they look side by side. And the actual Rice Krispie treat has these really cool kind of white and green sprinkles on it. It tastes the exact same, but it's just a fun design. And then we also got the Ghostbusters Steelbook for Frozen Empire. So with the 4K Ultimate HD, also comes a Blu-ray and digital copy. Over an hour of extras, deleted scenes, and Easter eggs. So it's gonna be the Steelbook, right? On the side, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Then on the back, you have the description and also the different special offerings are gonna be within the bonus features. That's cool. You got Slimer right there, the Ecto-1, everybody running when they're on the beach. The taxi that's been impaled by the icicle. Better shot of the front, kind of the final ending scene. It has this really cool kind of metallic finish to it. We got the 4K Blu-ray. Then we have Ghostbusters Frozen Empire on standard Blu-ray. And then there's a better shot of the inside artwork. All right, camera's all bagged up now. Let's head off into the thick of it. guys, we are back in the office. Before I show you guys the prototype Ghostface mask, BioReconstruct posted some photos of some of the HHN houses. Okay, so BioReconstruct posted these photos. Cary Drive-In movie staging at HHN House, Slaughter Cinema 2. If you look in front of the theater screen now, we now have cars for the drive-in movie. This is one of my most hyped original houses. And the BioReconstruct also posted this. Here's an aerial look at 10th stage for the HHN Halloween Hornets house near Fast and Furious. This is gonna be the Major Suites house. I wonder if it's gonna be going inside at all. It just looks like it's a tent being built outside. So again, this thing is like over 10 years old now. It's interesting how masks hold up over time and how they kind of change a little bit. There it is. So the one thing I find is interesting, if you look on the inside, there's mesh for the mouthpiece. So now a lot of Ghostface masks don't have an opening. I think this was made to help the characters breathe a little bit better. And then we got the little eye holes right there. There it is.
So do you remember the inspiration behind doing your version, I guess, of the prototype that we have? Was there a different technique that you want to do to compare to the normal Scream mask?
Not really. John Murdy actually always gave us a ton of reference and as many different angles of anything that we possibly could. And it's always, with any of my sculptors, it's kind of their slight interpretation because every one of my sculptors has a different style to a different degree. So I just picked the one that's like, okay, you're probably best at this style. And that's kind of goes. So like you can see in any IP process, any of my sculptors, I can spot, oh, I know who sculpted that, I know who sculpted that.
So guys, on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
I love the family!
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love you all, and I'll see y'all very soon.
Bizarre looking little Pinocchio.
So you're gonna have this wonderful artwork of Slimer tearing apart the